Welcome back to Point Blank.
Yes, and today we're talking about shopping. At Shopaholics. And the serious one over there is the doctor, and the rest of us are being treated for our sins.
This is group therapy.
Group therapy, yes.
Yes.
I see. Yes. Then we don't have to feel alone. Because you were just telling us just now, just before the break, during the break rather, that last year during GSS you spent anything from hundreds.
Did I say that?
Yes. Hundreds to thousands until the credit card company actually called you up.
Yeah, the bank actually called me. The good thing is I don't have a credit card.
You don't have.
So I don't. I have a debit card, which really helps. So I do not spend more than what I have. Or I can spend everything I have.
Just. We same.
Yeah. So, but they called me and they said, we see very irregular activity with your card, do you have a card with you? Yeah. Are you in Singapore? I'm like, yes, GSS. Like, oh, okay. Click.
Carry on. Everything. And it all resumes. And Doc, what is your take on that?
I think it makes good sense to have a debit card. I mean, when it comes to spending, the general rule is you should spend less than you earn, right? Yeah. So as long as you don't exceed what you budget for.
Save for rainy day. Yeah.
It can be quite inconvenient as well because there was one time I stepped into Louis Vuitton in DFS, and I said, okay, I want this, and they said, okay, great, And the thing about Louis Vuitton that does to me is that when I'm in the store anywhere in the world, I'm just wow, it's magnetic, and then I'm just like, oh, I don't want anything, just that. And what goes with that, by the way? All of that. And I have this room, I have a bag to get a matching wallet, and I have the matching pochette clay, and they're like, oh yeah, fine. And I think my mom might like that. Do you have that other color? And
you just like the Hello Kitty thing as well.
But see, the worst part is that because I have debit card and a credit card and everything, they're like, okay, no, it didn't max out. What happened was that they had a limit, and I didn't know about the limit.
Yeah.
I don't read the fine print.
It's like your Nets card.
Yeah, which sucks every day. And then they're like, I'm like, oh, I'll take out cash, and I can only take out like 1,000 cash at a time.
So you have to stand there, and
there's a limit there as well. Correct. So I have to I use different cards. I have different accounts, so I have different cards, and I came with this bunch of money, and they're like, here. And they were like, okay, give us 20 minutes. And they were like, okay,
That raises alarm bells for me, but I don't know if that's...
Last year.
Is that something?
I think it's persistence, man. It shows stamina, dedication.
So not a problem. It's still not a problem yet? No?
No problem yet. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what Singaporeans feel about Shopaholics because I went to find out. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here at Jurong Point. It is a weekday and yet there seems to be a lot of people walking around and shopping. Seems like the perfect place, so let's check it out.
If I like, then I will buy that one.
Depending on the week, how much I get from my parents.
Somewhere from $100 to $200 a day. Yeah.
Day is around 200.
Do you shop a lot?
Yeah.
Actually, I normally bring my boys out as well.
Okay, so do you guys shop pretty often?
Yeah, we do.
你很会逛街的吗？还是
很会逛街
Yeah.
How often do you go shopping?
Maybe once a week.
1 month, maybe twice.
很少，就一来就买很大堆东西，然后就走掉，不会再逛吧。
我是经常出来逛街。
For myself, I'm more of a practical person, so I don't really shop much.
Do you consider yourself a shopaholic?
Depending, I'm the kind that if I have a lot of money on me, I'll shop a lot. So I tend to control myself by not bringing so much money when I go out.
My wife is, not me.
Not really.
是不是逛街狂 ？OK 啊，不会啊。
I don't think so. In times like this, I don't think so.
啊？你是不是逛街狂？算吧。好吧。
Compulsive spending disorder.
Wow, so
just take the money and then see the thing they like and just buy without thinking, and they buy some more.
有些人好像他比较很刺激，还是不快乐，他就出来花钱咯。
Shopaholic is somebody who actually probably frequently shop maybe 3 times a week or so, or probably crazy about shopping. Yeah, most of it buy on impulse.
What makes a shopaholic? That's an interesting question. My own view, people who are spoiled. I have a lot of money but don't know what to do with the money.
Shopaholic, maybe they spend every day.
Cosplay clothes.
Usually buy his games.
Jeans, shoe,
How much would that be?
about 100 plus from Adidas boutique.
没有什么
你的皮包很好看呐、哪里不会便宜的呢？
所以我刚才讲了，我喜欢如果可以，我就会买啦。
Mostly groceries.
只有一次而已，花了1000多块。
1000多块，买什么东西？
也就是手表啦、鞋啦、衣服啦这些东西。
No more about 500 to 600.
20, 30.
$200-300 a month.
一天花1000多块，有的时候一个月花不了几百块，说不准的。
说不定可能一个月没有花多少，可能一花就花很多。
那你觉得为什么这样多新加坡人是逛街狂呢？
我觉得应该是上班族缓解压力吧。
Basically, I think Singaporeans, my own view is they have plenty of money. Even the recession now has not hit them. So just give them another few months more, then you realize once the economy hits very badly, then you see this place will be deserted.
大家因为生活都过得好了咯，应该是这样吧，因为手上有钱才会去逛街。
认为他们是逛街狂呢？
因为每个人天天都出去逛街嘛。
不是每个人都一样的嘛。
所以你觉得新加坡人不是逛街狂啦？
不是，我觉得不是，他们是有时候没有做工出来走走而已。
Basically, we don't have much entertainment. Yeah, so that's why we actually have to focus on shopping, and Singapore being such a hot city, right? So most of us will just go into the air-conditioned places.
Do you think a lot of Singaporeans are shopaholics?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because I have no idea why.
There's a lot of shopping centers in Singapore and
Choice. Yeah.
喜欢这种感觉吧？
喜欢那个感觉。
女孩子都是喜欢逛街的嘛。真的，女孩子都是喜欢逛街嘛。
有一些可能是比较空闲啦，在家不是无聊了，走走啦。有些是真的需要出去走走，缓解一下。有些是工作压力然后
发挥他们的压力。
对啦，偶尔去放松走走啦。
我也这样认为，我就是工作很多压力。
See, I have a reason. See, I'm stressed at work, so I shop. Yeah.
Shopping is a way to distress.
Exactly. Good way. Online. Yeah, and you see, you don't have to leave the office. But of course, it's after office hours. After office hours. Well, I sat down with Dr. Wang yesterday as well, and he actually gave us a little bit of a definition about shopaholics and shopaholism. I guess if there's such a word. So let's take a look, and we can come back from that soon. So let's take a look.
Definition of an addiction is when you really crave it. Okay, you need it. You wake up in the morning and it's the first thing on your mind, just like people who are addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol or gambling.
What in definition is a shopaholic?
Well, like I said, there isn't a textbook or a medical definition.
Yeah.
But I see it as an addiction, and like any addiction, if it dominates your life and it causes more harm than good. For example, like alcohol. Alcohol is a social drink. We all drink alcohol, but if you drink in excess and it's causing you to be drunk and you're spending too much money or time with it, then it's harmful. So the same for shopping. If it's damaging your life, damaging your finances primarily, damaging your relationship with your partner, with your family, if it's screwing up your job, then you better fix it. You see, usually a response to some emotional or psychological stress. So a relationship breakup, work pressure, and in the case of my patient, losing her job. Sometimes patients may suffer from other things like bipolar disorder. This is a psychiatric disorder where patients feel very manic. They're very high, They feel that they're top of the world. They're champion and everything, including champion at shopping. So they will go and spend tens of thousands of dollars. They will buy a car. They will buy a house. Okay, so this is way out there. Fortunately, that's a minority. Okay. In fact, I tell my patients to go shopping because there are many elements of shopping that are good for you. It's exercise. You're walking around.
Yeah, man.
It's social.
I've always said it should be an Olympic sport.
It's an Olympic sport because you can spend 6 hours on your feet, right? And it's social because you talk to your friends, you go with your friends, or even if you're alone, you talk to the salespeople. That's right. it's good for your sense of well-being because you feel that you're rewarding yourself because you've worked really hard this month, you know, you got a bonus and all that. So in itself, shopping is good. It's good for the economy. But anything in excess is bad. People with an addiction to shopping, they don't see it themselves. Just like any addiction, you don't see it yourself. So it's the family members and friends who are the ones who notice it. So if there's a problem, you need to listen to the ones who love you and who care about you. And listen to them. If they tell you that you're shopping in excess, buying too many things, spending more money than you should, please listen to them because they may have a point. When you are caught up in the addiction, you just don't see the logic, you know, the lack of logic, you know, the poor logic, and you just get so absorbed in it.
How will we as friends be able to tell though if a friend is suffering a problem like that? It will also be according to how much you spend. That should be an indication.
Yeah, I mean, if you make millions of dollars, you're entitled to have some enjoyment. You work hard for it. Not be a shopaholic, but it's not wrong to want the good things in life if you've worked hard for it and you've earned it.
If, let's say, these people have indulgent spouses or parents, how would you know if a person has a problem?
It's in their attitude, I feel. In my experience, when I talk to patients, sometimes I see people who have a serious attitude problem. You know, I've had patients who tell me, I can pay what's the problem, you know? I want to jump queue, I want to be seen first, I want to pay you more, that kind of thing, you know? And I think that's rude and disrespectful. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you can anyhow push your way to the front.
So they become very egocentric?
They become very egocentric and selfish. And unfortunately, there's no medication for that. You may need, I wish there was a pill to make people good people, but there isn't. To spend less than you earn. That's the most important thing. So I tell patients who are, you know, when I see patients who are shopping in excess, drinking in excess, you know, one of the things I ask them is, hey, look, how much money do you earn? How much are you spending? Can you see the imbalance here? This is common sense, right?
Common sense, right? So we think. Well, I don't know if you guys see problems in yourself after you heard Dr. Wang, but if you have, you can find him. Meanwhile, we're going to go for a short break. We'll be back in less than 5.